not think for even a single moment that you stumbled here by accident. What brought your eyes to this message was not a random scroll, not a passing curiosity, not the quiet boredom of an ordinary afternoon. Archangel Michael himself moved through the unseen currents of heaven and drew you here, to this very place, in this very moment, because there is something your spirit has been waiting to hear. Something that has been sealed and stored and kept for a time such as this. Heaven does not send messages carelessly. Every word you are about to receive was chosen with precision, breathed with intention, and released with the full authority of the divine. So before you go any further, I need you to do one thing. Settle in, slow your breathing. Let the noise of the world fall away from your shoulders, because what is about to be spoken over your life is not meant for rushing through. It is meant to land deep, to sink into the places inside you that have been waiting the longest, to reach the parts of you that have quietly wondered whether heaven still remembers your name. Heaven remembers. Heaven has never stopped remembering. You have carried something heavy for a long time. Not just the visible weight, the unpaid bills, the strained relationships, the body that does not cooperate, the plans that keep unraveling before they can take shape. Those are real, but underneath all of that, there is a deeper burden you have carried. The quiet, aching question you have not said out loud to very many people. The question that surfaces in the still hours of the night when the world is asleep and it is just you and the silence. The question is simply this: am I going to be all right? Is this how things stay? Did I somehow miss the moment that was meant for me? Archangel Michael says, hear this clearly. You did not miss it. The moment is not behind you. The moment is right now, unfolding in ways your natural eyes have not yet been trained to see. What looked like a closed door was a redirection. What felt like silence from heaven was the sound of preparation. What seemed like punishment was actually protection, a divine hand shielding you from something you could not see, steering you away from roads that would have cost you more than you know. You are not late, you are exactly on time, and the time, beloved, is now. There's a reason your spirit would not let you walk away from this message. There is a reason something inside you leaned forward when you came across these words. That pull you felt was not imagination, it was recognition. Your spirit recognized the sound of heaven reaching toward you, and it responded the way a seed responds to the first warmth of spring. Something in you is ready to wake up. Something in you has been pressed down long enough and is about to break through the surface. The darkness you have been sitting in was not a grave, it was soil. And what grows from soil, when the season finally turns, does not emerge quietly. It emerges with force. It emerges with certainty. It emerges in ways that make people stop and stare. That emergence is what is beginning for you today. Now, before we go deeper into what heaven has prepared for you, I want you to take one simple step of agreement. In the comments below, write just these two words: I receive. Let those words be your declaration to heaven that you are open, that you are ready, that you are not closing your heart to what is being released over your life right now. Every time someone reads what you write, the agreement grows stronger. Every time your eyes return to those words, your spirit will remember this moment. Write it now. I receive, and then keep watching, because what comes next is going to meet you exactly where you are. Think about the night you spent wondering if things would ever change. Think about the morning you woke up and had to fight just to find a reason to keep going. Think about the prayers you whispered into the dark, not even sure anyone was listening, not even sure you believed enough to deserve an answer. You kept praying anyway. You kept getting up anyway. You kept choosing to stay when everything in you wanted to surrender. And heaven watched every single one of those moments. Not one of them slipped through unnoticed. Not one of them was wasted. Archangel Michael speaks this now. Every tear you cried in private has been gathered. Every silent sacrifice you made has been reported. Every time you chose integrity when dishonesty would have been easier. Every time you showed kindness when you yourself were hurting. Every time you forgave when the wound was still fresh. All of it has been building. Not disappearing. Building. Like compound interest in the vaults of heaven, everything you poured out in faithfulness has been multiplying on your behalf, waiting for the appointed time to be poured back over your life in a measure you are not yet prepared to fully imagine. That appointed time is not a distant horizon anymore. It is a door you are standing directly in front of. The enemy saw what was coming for you long before you did. That is why the resistance has been so fierce. That is why certain friendships dissolved without explanation. That is why opportunities seem to evaporate at the last moment. That is why some chapters of your life felt like they were written by someone who wanted you to fail. The enemy does not fight what does not threaten him. He does not deploy his most strategic attacks against ordinary targets. The intensity of what you have walked through is not evidence of weakness. It is evidence of assignment. It is proof that what is inside you, what you are carrying in your spirit, in your gifting, in your calling, in the very unique shape of who you are, it is something that darkness has recognized as dangerous. Demons tremble when your name is spoken in heaven, not because of anything you have accomplished on your own, but because of what has been written over you since before you drew your first breath. You were not born into this season by accident. You were specifically placed here, in this generation, in this moment in history, because heaven needed someone with your exact set of experiences. Your wounds were not random. Your losses were not just bad luck. Everything you have walked through has been shaping you into the precise instrument that is needed right now. The suffering taught you compassion. The betrayal taught you discernment. The seasons of lack taught you to appreciate abundance without being destroyed by it. The silence taught you how to listen for what matters. You are not a broken version of who you were supposed to be. You are the refined version, the tried version, the version that has been through the fire and has not been consumed. Archangel Michael declares over you now, the preparation is complete. What has been forged in the furnace is ready to be brought into the light. The long season of being hidden is ending, not because you earned it through suffering, but because the divine timeline has reached its appointed moment. Stand up straight, beloved. Lift your head. The weight that has been bowing you down is not a permanent feature of your life. It is the last pressure before the release. This mission, these words, this place where heaven speaks and hearts are transformed, it exists because someone has to hold the door open. Someone has to be willing to stand in the gap and speak truth into dark places. If this message has brought you any measure of hope, any sense that you are seen and known and not forgotten by the God who made you, then I want to invite you to be part of keeping this going. Through the link in the description below and in the pinned comment, you can support this work by buying a coffee. It is a small act with enormous weight. You are not funding a channel. You are sowing a seed into the lives of everyone who will come after you and find these words in their darkest hour. Give as your heart leads. Heaven watches every seed. You have wondered why certain seasons of your life felt like being buried alive. Like no matter how hard you reached upward, the weight above you only pressed heavier. What no one told you, what the enemy worked very hard to keep you from understanding, is that being buried and being planted feel identical from the inside. The darkness is the same. The pressure is the same. The inability to see the sky is the same, but the outcome is entirely different. A buried thing decays. A planted thing grows. And heaven, from the very beginning, has been treating you as a seed, not as something to be discarded. Even now, underground and out of sight, growth has been happening. Roots have been going deeper than you realize. The kind of roots that can hold a tree upright in the fiercest storm, the kind that reach down far enough to find water even in years of drought. You have been developing underground strength that no one around you could measure, because it has been happening in the invisible places. And the time for underground seasons is ending. The signal has been given. The warmth has reached you. You are about to break the surface, and when you do, the speed of your emergence will shock the people who watched you struggle and quietly wrote you off. They will ask where this came from. They will search for a natural explanation and not find one. And you will know, because you were there for every dark night that built this, that the only explanation is the hand of God. Archangel Michael stands now at the threshold of your future and holds it open. He says, do not hesitate here. Do not look back at what you are leaving. Do not let familiarity with struggle convince you that breakthrough is not actually for you. It is for you. It has your name on it. It has always had your name on it. You have simply been walking the path that leads there, even when the path looked nothing like you expected. There's someone watching this right now who has been in financial pressure for so long that it no longer feels like a crisis. It just feels like life, like the way things are, like the permanent texture of your existence. You have forgotten what it feels like to breathe without the weight of debt sitting on your chest. You have forgotten what it feels like to see an unexpected expense and not feel your stomach drop. You have normalized a level of lack that was never meant to be your normal. And heaven wants you to hear this today. That is not your inheritance. That is not the life that was written for you in the scrolls of eternity. The God who created the oceans and filled them, who designed the systems by which seeds become harvests and harvests become abundance, that same God has been watching your faithfulness in scarcity. He has seen you give when you had almost nothing left to give. He has watched you resist bitterness when others who had more treated you as though you deserved less. He has seen you keep your hands open even when what you needed most was not yet in them. And a decree has gone out from the courts of heaven over your finances, not a vague promise, a specific, sealed, unbreakable divine order. Archangel Michael releases this word now. The season of financial drought is ending. Channels of provision are already being repositioned. Opportunities are being aimed in your direction. Connections are being arranged. Resources that were held up, delayed, siphoned off, or blocked by spiritual opposition are being freed. What you have been waiting for is not being withheld from you anymore. It is moving. It has momentum. And when it arrives, it will arrive with speed that makes your head spin, because God does not just restore what was lost. He restores it with interest. He restores it in ways that make the restoration itself a testimony. Do not be surprised when the phone rings with an unexpected offer. Do not be shocked when something you had given up on suddenly comes alive again. Do not dismiss the thought that comes to your mind about a step you have been afraid to take. That thought may be the instruction you have been waiting for. Heaven speaks in practical ways as well as spiritual ones. Pay attention. Move when you feel the nudge. Because the financial breakthrough that is written over your life is not going to fall from the sky without your participation. It is going to come through doors, and doors require you to walk through them. This is the moment to step forward, not someday, now. If the words being spoken over your life today are landing in a real way, if something in your spirit is saying, yes, this is for me, then take a moment right now and click the like button on this video. That small act is not nothing. It is your way of saying to heaven, I agree with this. I receive this. I am aligned with what is being released. Let your like be your seal on this moment, a marker that you can return to, a record that on this day you heard and you believed. Your body has been through things that should have taken you out. There are people who know parts of your medical history, your physical history, the things your body has carried, and they would not fully understand how you are still standing. But you are still standing. And that is not luck. That is not simply your own resilience, though your resilience is genuinely remarkable. That is the hand of heaven sustaining what the enemy wanted to destroy. Archangel Michael has stood between you and what was sent to take you down more times than you will ever know in this lifetime. Heaven is now speaking directly to whatever has settled in your body that should not be there. The sickness, the chronic pain, the diagnosis that came with words that felt like a sentence, the exhaustion that never fully lifts no matter how much you rest. Heaven is speaking to it now, and what heaven speaks, creation must obey. Archangel Michael declares healing is moving through you at this very moment, not as a distant hope, as a present reality. Cells are responding to divine instruction. Systems that were under siege are being restored. What medicine has not been able to fully reach, the healing power of God is reaching right now. You are going to notice a shift. It may come gradually, like a slow turning of tide. It may come suddenly, like a light being switched on in a dark room, but it is coming. And when it fully manifests, you will have a testimony that will be medicine to someone else. While healing flows, there is something I want to ask of you. Do not keep this to yourself. If you know someone who is carrying a physical burden today, someone who is sick, someone who has been told there is no more that medicine can do, someone who has quietly lost hope that their body can be whole again, share this message with them. Click the share button and put it in front of them. You will not just be sharing a video, you will be delivering an act of faith on their behalf. And here is the spiritual truth that heaven backs with promise. The anointing you release into someone else's life never leaves empty-handed. What you give away in faith comes back multiplied into your own situation. Share this now with 3 people who need to hear it. Let your generosity become the key that unlocks the next level of your own breakthrough. Subscribe to this channel right now if you have not yet done so, and make sure the notification bell is turned on, because what is being released here is not a one-time word. Heaven has more to say. The messages coming are carrying specific keys for specific seasons you are about to walk into, and you cannot afford to miss a single one. This is not just a channel. This is a prophetic space where heaven and earth meet, where words are not just spoken but activated, where the atmosphere shifts because what is released here carries genuine divine authority. Subscribe, turn on the bell. Stay connected, because the last word is always greater than the first, and what heaven is preparing to release next will be bigger than what you have already received. You have spent seasons surrounded by people and still felt profoundly, desperately alone. That particular kind of loneliness is its own specific ache, the one that comes not from the absence of bodies in the room, but from the absence of true understanding, true seeing, true knowing. You have smiled in company and cried in private. You have laughed at the right moments and performed normalcy while something underneath quietly broke. You have wondered whether anyone truly knows you, whether any relationship in your life is rooted in something real, whether the connections you have built would survive the weight of your actual self, the full, unedited, unpolished version of who you are beneath the surface. Heaven sees that loneliness, not with distance, with nearness, with the particular gentleness that a parent brings to a child who is hurting in ways the child cannot yet articulate. And God says over you now, the season of misaligned connections is closing. The people who came into your life carrying masks, who appeared to be one thing and revealed themselves to be something else entirely, who took from you in ways that left you depleted and doubting your own instincts, that season is over. Archangel Michael has been stationed at the entry points of your life, and he is sorting what comes in from here forward. What is being sent to you now are covenant connections, not comfortable acquaintances, not convenient relationships, not people who are around because you are useful to them, but people who have been specifically chosen by heaven to walk beside you in this next season, people who carry the kind of loyalty that does not evaporate under pressure, the kind of friendship that tells you the truth because they love you too much to tell you anything else, the kind of love that sees the full weight of who you are and does not step back. You will recognize them because something in your spirit will settle when they are near. There will be a peace in their presence that you have not felt in a long time. Do not overlook them when they come. Do not test them with the old tests you developed from old wounds. Give heaven room to do something new, because what is coming in this area of your life is not a replica of what you have lost. It is something better, something more aligned. Something you have not yet had a name for, but that your heart has been quietly hoping for all along. Archangel Michael speaks over your relational life now. Every soul that has been assigned to drain you, to deceive you, to position itself close to you with intentions that did not carry your good in mind, those connections are being untangled by divine hands. What leaves is making room. What is coming to fill that room has been prepared with care, selected with wisdom, and sent with the full blessing of heaven. You are not going to end this season in the same relational poverty you started it in. You are going to end it understanding, finally and completely, what it feels like to be truly known. This work continues because people on the other side of screens and seasons just like yours find these words and something shifts in them. If what you are hearing today has moved something in you, has reminded you that you are not forgotten, has given you back a piece of hope you had set down somewhere, I want to invite you to be part of what makes this possible. Through the link in the description and in the pinned comment, you can buy a coffee in support of this mission. Every contribution, no matter the size, is a seed sown into the continuation of something that is changing lives. It is not giving to a platform. It is partnering with a divine assignment. Let your giving be your declaration that this matters, that the people who need these words deserve to find them. There's something happening in your family line that goes deeper than your individual story. There are patterns you have noticed, perhaps so familiar by now that you have stopped questioning them, patterns that seem to repeat from one generation to the next, like a script that no one wrote down but everyone somehow follows. Poverty that stays, illness that cycles, broken relationships that mirror the broken relationships of the generation before. Shame and silence passed down like heirlooms no one wants, but no one knows how to return. You have felt it. The sense that you are fighting something bigger than yourself, that the ground you are trying to gain keeps shifting under your feet, because there is something working against your progress that predates you by decades. You are not imagining it, and it is not permanent. Archangel Michael has been dispatched with a specific assignment over your bloodline, not just over you, but over the entire chain. What has been traveling through your family line for generations is being identified and severed at its root. The patterns that seemed inevitable are being interrupted. The cycles that looked unbreakable are being broken. And you, the one who has been pressing through and pushing forward and refusing to accept the inherited story as the final story, you are the one standing at the turning point. You are the hinge. The generation before you did not have what you have. They did not have the access you have, the awareness you have, the divine backing that is moving on your behalf right now. The breakthrough you are walking into is not just for you. It is for every person who will come from you. Your children, the children of your children. People who will carry your blood and your name into futures you cannot yet see. What is being reversed in your life right now is going to shape the inheritance you leave behind, not in spite of the difficulty you have walked through, but because of it. Because you stayed. Because you kept believing when belief was the hardest thing. Because you did not let the generational story write the final chapter. Archangel Michael declares this over your family line today. The curse is broken. The cycle is interrupted. The inherited weight is being lifted not just from your shoulders, but from the shoulders of those who will come after you. You are not the end of a painful story. You are the beginning of a new one. And the new story does not begin with perfection. It begins with exactly this. A moment of surrender, a moment of faith, a moment of saying yes to what heaven has been holding ready for you. The financial pressure you have carried will not pass to your children. The physical weakness that has haunted your family will meet its end in your generation. The relational brokenness, the pattern of betrayal and distance and disconnection that has followed your bloodline like a shadow, it stops with you. Not because you are extraordinary in your own strength, but because you said yes to the extraordinary God who makes ordinary people into the turning points of history. This is your yes moment, right now. This is the moment heaven has been waiting for. There's a shift happening in the spirit realm around you as you receive these words. Something that was locked is unlocking. Something that was bound is being loosed. Something that had been pressing against the door of your breakthrough from the other side is being pushed back, not by your effort, not by your merit, but by the authority of heaven acting on your behalf because you belong to the one who holds authority over everything. Archangel Michael speaks over the atmosphere of your life right now. What was murky is being made clear. What was heavy is being lifted. What was confusing is being straightened. The fog that has made it difficult to see which direction to move in is dissipating. And when it fully clears, you will be able to see the path forward with a clarity you have not had in a long time. The next steps will become visible. The right doors will become obvious. The right voices will become audible above the noise of everything else competing for your attention. Do not be afraid of the new clarity. Do not be afraid of the open space that comes when the old things fall away. Open space is not emptiness. It is room, room for what is coming, room for the new, room for the promises that have been patient and are now ready to be walked into. Heaven is not bringing you out of one hard place just to leave you standing in open field with no direction. Heaven is bringing you out of one hard place and into the specific next place that has been prepared for you, with the specific provision, the specific relationships, the specific assignments that are fitted exactly to the next version of who you are becoming. Archangel Michael says, do not look back. Do not negotiate with what is behind you. Do not give the old season another inch of your attention, another hour of your morning, another ounce of your energy. It served its purpose. It built what needed to be built, and now it is finished. Your face is toward the new. Your feet are on the threshold, and heaven is saying, take the step. As we come toward the close of this message, I want to speak one more time to the ones who have felt the weight of this word settling into the real and tender places of their hearts. You did not find your way here by chance. This message was not a random event in an ordinary day. Something greater than coincidence is at work here, and you know it. You felt it the moment you began to read. That feeling is not imagination. That is the witness of heaven confirming to your spirit that what you are receiving is true, that it is real, that it is for you. Heaven does not send words carelessly. Heaven does not spend its breath on people it does not intend to move. The fact that you are here, that you stayed, that you read to this point, that something in you kept saying keep going even when part of you wanted to scroll away, that is heaven holding you in place long enough to receive what was meant for you. And what was meant for you is not partial. It is not the edges of the glassing. It is the fullness, the overflowing, the pressed down and shaken together, and running over kind of abundance that your life was always designed to carry. This is not a message for someday. This is a message for today. The decree that has been spoken over your life in these words does not expire when you close this page. It has been released. It is already moving. Angels have already been dispatched. Doors are already being repositioned. The prayers you prayed that felt like they dissolved into nothing, they are being answered. Not in the way you originally asked, perhaps, but in the way that heaven, with its perfect view of your entire story, knows will serve you best. Archangel Michael stands over you now and says this: you are not alone in what is coming. You have never been alone in what you have been through. Every step forward you take from this day, you take with the host of heaven at your back. And nothing, not past failure, not present fear, not future uncertainty, nothing will be able to separate you from what God has written for you. Walk forward, receive it, live it, and let your story become the proof that what heaven promises, heaven delivers. One final thing before you go. This mission to speak life into weary hearts, to be a place where the forgotten find their way back to hope, it only continues because of people who believe it matters. If you have found something real here today, something worth carrying with you, I want to ask you one more time to consider supporting this work. The link in the description and in the pinned comment takes you through a place where you can buy a coffee in support. A simple act, a powerful seed. What you sow into the lives of others through this mission will find its way back to you in the most unexpected and beautiful ways, because heaven keeps perfect accounts and the God who sees in secret rewards openly. Give as your heart leads. Even the smallest gift carries the weight of your faith, and faith is the currency that moves mountains. Stay, believe, receive, and watch what heaven does with a life that has decided to stop waiting for permission to be extraordinary. You have always been extraordinary. It was just being prepared for the right moment. And this, beloved, is that moment.